Hey there guys, NexGenStriker's here back again for another video, and I finally get to do my summer Q&A. I don't know what number this is, but I'll figure it out when I look on the Q&A list, unless I've left one off. That would really suck. But it is time for my new Q&A. I'm sorry I put this off for so long. It's just, you know, every time I want to do it, there's always something else that comes up, but whatever. So the way I'm going to do it this time is I'm going to show your comments that you left. So yes, you will sort of get a shout out, and you'll get, you'll get some, you'll get some attention on my channel. How about that? I don't know what to say, but I've been recording a lot of videos today, so I'm a little bit out of words at the moment. But yes, I will be displaying all the comments on the screen as I read them off and talk about them. So yay, they'll be screenshotted in, so that's all fine and dandy. So I'll be reading these straight off my laptop, so if I'm looking down, you guys know why. So, first question, which was left on one of my old Q&As, which, try not to do that, guys. It's kind of hard to keep up with all of them, but I did see this recently, so I remembered it, and I left a note for myself. So, okay, I have two questions for you, and I'm not going to pronounce your names, simply because some of you have crazy names, and it's just better to show them on the screen, for attention. So, what do you think of the filler arcs of Naruto Shippuden animated series? I didn't like most of them because they were too random and pointless. There were a few funny ones that I liked in the normal Naruto fillers. Okay, so the way I feel about the filler in Shippuden, yeah, most of it's pretty bad, except when it's part 1 flashbacks. Some of those are actually pretty entertaining, but Shippuden's were just boring. I mean, in general, I didn't like the anime of Shippuden that much, but I think the filler in part 1 Naruto was actually pretty entertaining. For the most part, I thought it was pretty good and pretty well written, so, except for the action scenes, those sucked, but yeah, it was pretty good overall. What do you think of Mega Man confirmed for Super Smash Bros. 4 at E3? Do you think Sonic will be back? Hope so. So, yeah, I don't think I really talked about Smash Brothers, did I? But yeah, I do really anticipate that to be awesome, although it's not going to have a story mode, which, really, Nintendo, they're getting a little bit ridiculous about this online crap. I mean, if you want, I know you guys are having some bad financial times, but dude, quit taking it out on your hardcore fan base. It's just, really, wow. But, yeah, Mega Man being confirmed, that was pretty awesome. I saw it coming, sort of, because I was like, they're taking all of the really big third-party characters that they've had in their lineup for a while, except Snake, who wasn't really on Nintendo that much, but whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, Mega Man, he's been Nintendo forever, so to have him in, it's nice. And Sonic, I'd say he'll be back. I mean, he wasn't the best character, but he was so popular. I mean, he has to come back. Alright, next question. What do you think about the new Naruto Storm 3 game? Now, granted, this is several months old, but yeah, I'll answer it anyway. It was pretty fun, but it had its definite problems. I mean, first off, the combat, while it did have some good improvements, it was really laggy, like with the frame rate. That took away a lot of the experience when you're trying to have fun and it gets chaotic, which is the fun of the games, and then it gets really slow and you're like, well, this isn't fun anymore. And they just copy and pasted a lot of the movesets. I did not like that. Next question. What is your top 5 most hated characters in anime video games? Well, anime/video games. Oh gosh. That's a tough one. For anime, I would say, that's really tough, man. Top 5 hated in anime. I mean, there's not too many characters I hate in anime. Again, I haven't seen that much, but top 5 I've hated in anime. Okay, Krona would probably be one, because that whole Krona and Maka thing where she's like, I gotta get Krona back. It's like, oh god, Naruto versus Sasuke all over again. So didn't want that. But yeah, that whole thing with Krona is just kind of annoying. Again, maybe Krona develops more as a character, but I've only seen the anime of Soul Eater, so what are you gonna do? My number 2 character that I didn't like that much in anime, I'm trying to think, because for the most part, anime, they do have a lot of good characters in manga. Okay, I'm trying to think. Full Metal, which is one I've watched recently, I don't think there was really any that I didn't like. Dragon Ball Z. This is really hard. I'm gonna have to think about this a little bit. So yeah, guys, I did decide my top 5 hated in anime would have to be the Ginyu Force because they were really annoying and yeah, they were just really annoying and stupid, and I didn't like them. So yeah, top 5 for video games I didn't like. I mean, that's a really hard one. I would say, I don't really know. Kingdom Hearts villains, how about that? Kingdom Hearts villains, because most of those are just like, well, I mean the dialogue in general, I guess because I watched the darkness counter in Kingdom Hearts 1 recently, but gosh, that's so annoying, that dialogue. It's like most of the dialogue is darkness, heart, light, Kingdom Hearts. It's like, oh my goodness. Like the villains are just so stupid in that. But if I had to, oh man, I don't really know any that I actually hate. I don't know. I can't legitimately think of any because I usually play good video games. And you know, even the worst, probably the worst one I played was Superman 64, and I think the villains are hilarious in that game because that game is so broken, but that's just me. And you know, video games are based on things, so it's kind of, you know, if you like what they're based on, then it's kind of hard to say like, oh, you know, I hate this, whatever. And sorry I keep having to make edits. I keep getting interrupted. But yeah, next question. How's life for you, man? How are you? Well, life has its ups and downs, and you know, I've had a lot of downs recently, but you know, I've had quite a few ups too. So I mean, you know, life's life. You know, get over it. We'll have to see. Once I get back in school, that's when we see how it is. But we'll have to see how it all works out. Next one. Favorite video game of all time. Favorite video game of all time. Well, I would have to say, I mean, that's tough. I mean, my favorite, I'd have to say Batman Arkham City. I mean, I know it's like a modern game, but I don't know, I just like it. I mean, the mythos are great, the characters are great, the gameplay's great, story's great, music's great, you know, etc. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that and Arkham Asylum, I would probably say Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Let's see, I like Kingdom Hearts 2 a lot. I like a lot of games. Can I say? The Halo games are all pretty fun to me. GoldenEye, I've been playing recently, and I guess I could make a video of how I play that on the computer, but I'm sure a lot of you guys already know that. But you know, if you guys wanted to know, I guess I could tell you. Next question: what is the game you love the most, and who's your favorite DC hero? Okay, so the game, kind of went over that already. But who's your favorite DC hero? That had to be Batman. But if we're counting Batman out of it, I would have to say probably Nightwing. I mean, what can I say? I'm a sucker for Batman characters. Okay, what's your top 5 anime show that you like? Top 5 anime. I mean, well, ones that I've actually followed and not just watched occasionally, ones that I've actually followed. My top 5, let's see, how many do I actually... Okay, my top 5, this is an unofficial list, because it's on the spur of the moment, but number 5, Naruto Shippuden. I don't like Naruto Shippuden really, but as an anime, I don't like it that much, but I don't really have anything else I can really think of at the moment, so yeah, there's that. Number 4, Naruto. Naruto is pretty awesome, so yeah, there's that. Number 3 would probably be Dragon Ball Z. The manga is better, but you know, Dragon Ball Z. It was really awesome. Still love it. Number 2, actually number 1 and number 2 are about equal because I can't really pick between them. I still wrestle about this sometimes. And that would be Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and Soul Eater. They're both awesome. I love Bones, the animation studio. They just make such beautiful animation, and well, they're just really well written and have awesome characters. So yeah, we'll have to see when the new Soul Eater anime comes out and it does all the manga. Then we'll have to see how that turns out because it's gonna happen, people. It's gonna happen. Soul Eater's like over now, isn't it? So, or it's about to be over. My goodness, guys, I'm getting calls at the wazoo. People are interrupting me. It's getting my nerves. Anyway, next question. Let's try to get through this Q&A before the world ends. NexGenStriker, this is my question to you. Which DC Marvel superhero would you like to see have his or her own animated show and movie? Okay, so DC character to have his own show or movie, Nightwing. Because I feel like he's a really good character. He's got a lot of cool things going for him, and he deserves his own spotlight, aside from comic books. So, Nightwing for DC. As far as Marvel is concerned, I mean, Marvel's getting a lot of movies and stuff recently, so it's hard to say who hasn't had one. I guess Deadpool, because Deadpool's movie is like, it's taken forever. It needs to come out already, so sure, Deadpool. Yeah, and I can't think of any other ones, because a lot of the good ones are already taken, What DC characters would you like to see get their own animated live-action films? Let's see, of course, Nightwing, aside from the ones that have already gotten filmed, I think Flash needs to get another one. Aquaman could have a pretty good one if they're based on the New 52. Wonder Woman could get some. I mean, there's just so many DC characters. Gosh. Teen Titans needs to get their own, honestly. And maybe Young Justice, if they're not going to do a season 3, give them an animated movie. That'd be really cool. And yeah. I mean, there's so many characters I could go on and on. Okay. Do you like Frank Miller? And if you don't, could you read All-Star Batman and Robin and make a rant? So, All-Star Batman and Robin was an alternate take. And since it didn't go anywhere, I can't really rant on it. I mean, it's just its own thing. As far as Frank Miller's concerned, I've liked Year One and The Dark Knight Returns, but I've heard he's had some bad ones. I just haven't read them. So, I mean, I like Frank Miller for what I've read. So, I mean, I know All-Star Batman and Robin is not that good, but I do intend on reading it at some point in my lifetime. As far as a rant, though, I mean, I don't really feel the need to make a rant on it. Considering it's like its own universe. So, to each his own. Do you like Teen Titans Go? Yes, I love it. I record it every week. No, I hate that show. It's so bad. Like, my brother likes watching it. I'm like, why? Why do you like watching this? It's so bad. I don't get that. Okay, so 2 questions. Well, actually, it looks like 3 questions, but we'll read this off. Okay, what are your opinions of Storm 3 Full Burst? It seems worse than something Capcom would do. Only one new character. So, Storm 3 Full Burst, I think it depends on how much it's going to cost DLC-wise, because I'm not buying it. I'll buy the DLC, because the story aspect of the game was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, one new character, it is kind of stupid, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, as long as the DLC is like $10 or something, it's worth it. But if it's like $20, I mean, no, it's not worth it, And yeah, they really do need to fix the problems with the game that I mentioned earlier. If they don't fix it, then what are you doing, CyberConnect 2? What are you doing? Alright, one more question. Oh, no, wait, I skipped one. Have you ever watched an anime by whatever that is? If you aren't sure, you could just look it up and see if it looks any familiar. I have not. I have never even heard of that. So, yeah, I don't know. One more question. I may have asked when you first declared the Q&A, but I'm asking here to be safe. Have you ever liked Ben 10? If so, do you still like it? I used to watch Ben 10 a lot when it was just Ben 10, and then Ben 10, I think it was Alien Force. I didn't really watch that too much, so I can't really say. But, I mean, it's pretty decent for a kid's show, I think. What are your opinions on the Wolverine anime that aired on G4? Now, it's come to my attention that this is on Netflix now. So, all the Marvel anime are apparently on Netflix. That's really cool. So, I have to watch them. But, Wolverine, I did like it overall. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't watch all of it, but from what I saw, it was pretty good. I liked it. What do you think, or do you think that Young Justice should be put on Adult Swim for Season 3? Well, that's a tricky question. I mean, I've actually been hearing this a lot. People are like, Young Justice appealed to an older audience, so it should be on a later time, it should be on Adult Swim, etc., etc. I think that's a pretty good idea, but the problem is that they won't do that because it's not marketable to children, and they won't make as much money on toys and things, so they probably wouldn't, but if they did, that'd be pretty awesome. If they kept the same art style and writers, it'd be great. So I'm all for that if they do it, but I don't know if they will or not. I've heard talks of them making an exclusive digital comic to continue the series, so I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. When will you do more rants? Those are the best. Eventually I will. I mean, I've actually got, I'll be doing more of the Batman episode 2 and 3 reviews, so those will be kind of rantish. And I don't know, we'll have to see what else comes out and what happens, but more rants will be coming. It's just hard to predict when, because you never know when something stupid's going to happen. And that looks like that is all of the questions. I hope that I was able to answer all of them. Finally able to put that laptop down. My wrist is starting to hurt. But anyway, thank you guys for answering giving me all those questions. And please make sure next time I ask, then you can do that, because now you know you're gonna be in my video, so it's pretty awesome, right? So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later.